place. You need to calm. It's always been something I've been told. The funny thing is, when I was growing up, my mom used to, I say this story all the time. If she hears this, she'll tell me, you need to stop telling that story. She used to hide my kit. And she would tell me, you can't play this. And the next day I'd borrow kit from my friends, very in her face. And I'd come back wearing basketball kit.
Oh, boy.
And, come back to her house and tell her, you can't take these ones. These belong to my friends. And up to a point where she realized that, my heart is in this. She's actually a co-director in my company now. But she grew up in an environment where she had to give up her life. She had to give up what she wanted to do. She wanted to be a lawyer. She never, got the chance to be that because she had to give up to raise her children. She had, and she wasn't understanding, why is this daughter of mine, my only daughter, why is she not, doing what I want her to do? And these days, she's my number one supporter. She says, I wish I had supported this dream of yours since you're earlier. Maybe you'd have played in the NBA, you'd have run in the Olympics, or you'd have done this or that. And so I've picked this attitude of not giving up. And I'm okay with being an example of being a hard head, but being a hard head that shows other girls that you can do it.
Yes.
You, as my friend has said before, it doesn't matter what people say of you. They're going to say whatever. What they say is just that, what they say. Who you are is what is valuable. What you deliver, what you bring on the table, the difference that you make, that is really what is critical. And we have to find each other. We have to support each other as women, but also find men who believe in that dream, who believe in that attitude, who believe in the way of doing things and looking and saying, look, you're not any different. You have two hands, you have two legs, you have a brain. What you bring on the table is as good as what anybody else would. Find that guy. If you're in if I'm coming to do a presentation, I know that there will be one guy who will say, guys, let's listen. Find that person who will say, guys, let's listen. Let's listen to her. I mean, whichever way they would like to look at you, find that person that believes, find that woman who believes. I also would really, really love to be an example. I know that my two lady friends know that there are a lot of girls who now write to them and say, I want to be like you. When I get that one or two every day, for me, it inspires me, it keeps me going. Because I know that if I change, or if I influence one more girl, if I influence two more girls or three more girls, then I have changed, the world around me, because they will influence many more. And so I come from a school of thought where do what you have to do, as long as you're not taking anything from anybody that's not yours. You're not stealing, you're not corrupt, you're not devaluing anybody. You're out there and you're doing the best to be able to deliver for the continent, for yourself, for the community around you. Then stand up and be firm. People will say whatever they will. Whether you're doing good or doing bad, they will always find something to say anyway. So, get out there, get your stuff done, and be the change that you hope to see.
Wonderful. Thank you. Thank you for that, Cynthia.
Can I add up?
Yes, Ms.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. When I think, is it Mumbo?
Yes, Cynthia Mumbo. Yes.
I hope I got the name right.
Mm-hmm.
Vulnerability of women around men, where in case a woman needs something, she would have to go through all the hard process. Even if she's not lucky, she might not get what she was asking or looking for. Mm-hmm. It's very terrible, especially with our men. Should a lady go to a man saying that I need help, I need this from you, how can you help me with this one? In a positive way. Still, men find ways and means to find their way through that lady or woman, should I call it. And it is very, very sad sometimes. And also approaching women to be their friends is sometimes very difficult. I have approached a lot of women in my society wanting to be like them. And even taking their numbers was difficult. So I never had the chance to. So I've always been alone, struggling alone, doing everything by myself. As you said earlier, unless you have somebody, at least a man or somebody who supports your dreams, who says, yes, I believe in you, you can also make it, from the men society. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah, I think that's actually that's problematic, and I think we as women need to really look at that, bold face and find ways of dealing with it. I alluded to that. Hello, am I off?
Yeah, you're on.
Okay. So I spoke about that, Joyce and Cynthia, earlier when I said when women get to a certain position, they become almost invisible because lots of girls and young women in my country have, continued telling me this. You are one of the very few people who have attained what you've attained, and you're still very accessible. I don't find that, I don't find, I know, market women have told me this. Oh, you come and talk to us to vote for women, to do this. But then the moment they become ministers, they go into their cars and, they no longer come to the market to buy from us. They don't even wave to us. And young girls, meet me and say, you have time. Yes, we know we can be busy when we get to a certain day, but you have to be able to take that time, because there was a time when you did not have that opportunity. And I'm sure other women were able to give you audience. We need to be able to, let ourselves be available and accessible to the younger generation. Because if I'm accessible, then they before they go to Leslie, they are more likely going to ask me, come to me. And we should be able to not only just, show them what success is. Success is good, but the way I really handle some of these issues is, I went through these challenges. So when we speak to young girls, for example, about teenage pregnancy, I don't speak to them from script. I tell them about, being pregnant at 15 and what happened and what did how did I change that situation? What we do most of the time with our young people is we talk to them as if, the problem is theirs, that, we have just sailed through and we haven't had any of these issues. So I think even when we're in the same space, when we get into that space, sometimes you find men who are more accessible, than your colleague women. Okay, so we are about their train on the little things, okay, when the men are actually planning how not to get more women in that space. So the strategy that men use most of the time, and we have men who want women to lead, but they are not many, and they are not many at all. Yeah. We also have women who would say we want women to lead, but they are not supportive. Okay, so the moment other women start coming out, so for women who are really pushing, like what Cynthia was saying and Joyce, you were saying, the moment you start pushing your head out, you have it from men and women basically trying to hold you back. And most of the time you have, the men looking at that, loophole. So how you navigate trying to hold on to Joyce is, for me, it doesn't have to just be around your country. What I do is I network across my continent and beyond. And I remember speaking, interviewing Mary Robinson and Helen Johnson last year. And one thing that Mary Robinson said was how she, because of this female presidency, how she would come to Helen Johnson Sirleaf just to come and listen to her. How she could, when she meets with Joyce Banda in Washington, she'll pull her on the side. Because when women are in a certain space, again, they are also very lonely. Okay, if you are lonely female president, in Africa, it's a lonely space to be. So unless you have other women, okay, who you pull up with you and who wants to support you, it is very, very difficult. So when she told me that she used to leave Ireland to come and visit these women in their respective countries. I think that is the kind of messages that we want to start hearing from the primary school all the way to the media room, to the sports room, to the political, wherever it is. We have to really work very hard on connecting and holding that network, because if we don't, we have a generation of leaders who we are going to rely on, and we cannot afford in our retirement, sitting and making the same complaints. We must take responsibility to move. We do know the issues, how we navigate around that, and pulling everyone, how in our own little way is what we really need to master. Okay. We shouldn't be having our girls having to go to men, and what then happens is, they have to sleep with them. And even, big older women, they go and speak to men for little things and they're sexually harassed. We all know that. Haven't all been asked to have, go on dates and to have sex because we want to do, we want something, even once alone.
In my profession, it's it comes so much, but not anymore because I've really, stood firm and made a name for myself. Otherwise, the young girls get that all the time.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Ladies. Yeah, ladies. We want to touch on. I want us to touch on the gender parity solutions that we want to look at going forward. I know we've touched on the tendencies, and I know, this is like I said, this is an organic conversation because it grows by itself. This is not something that anyone can basically control in so many words. I don't know. I'm thinking I've lost both of them. Let me see if I can bring them back in. I'm not sure. So the point here is, let me see.
I am here.
Miss Mensah, are you there?
Yes, I am.
Okay. I think I lost Cynthia as well. Let me call her back. Yeah. Unfortunately, technological... yeah, sorry about that, Cynthia. This is the headaches or hiccups of technology. Yes. But like I said, our audience, they understand. They should know that. But to come down to the final conclusion of this program, we are at a transformational time in history, and like I said, with the technology at our fingertips, and of course. Kind of trying to change the narratives in so many aspects of lives. The Me Too movement, which is another great thing that has happened in recent times, where people will no longer shut up about these things that you guys were talking about a while ago, where women are sexually harassed because they want somebody to help them with something, and they're asked to do some favors unwarranted or something favors that they don't want to do or not inclined to, so those attitudes are changing. We're questioning the norms that are out there in the world overall. Men and women are, and I know Ms. Fofanah was saying a while ago that some of the men that are supportive are very few, and the ones that would say they will support something are not necessarily forthcoming most of the times. But overall, I noticed that the younger generation, younger men that are coming up, and being that Africa has this very large youth population, the younger generation that is coming up are having a different attitudes as to the future of men and women in society. So we have an opportunity now in life to kind of shape the narrative going forward about gender parity. We can inform and educate the next generation coming up as to say that, like the theme of this year's International Women's Day says, balance for better, which is 50-50, equality in society makes society better. means everyone and anybody can contribute to society. It doesn't have to be your gender that should determine your contribution to society. So